Hey everybody, today I'm going to show you my favorite nail polishes for the fall. I've painted all of my nails in different colors, so I'm going to start showing you the 14 shades that I think are really fall friendly and that just really work. And then after that I'm going to show you the nail polishes that are my favorites. So without further ado, I'm going to get started and I'm going to do my left hand first. And these are like wines and reds and pinks. And oh, just a preface, please excuse the nail polish job on my hands. I mean, some of them are kind of sloppy looking. I was just trying to do this really quickly, so I'm going to be taking them off obviously as soon as this is done anyway. So my first that I love for the fall is this Manicurist of Seville nail polish by O.P.I. And I think this was a limited edition, but this isn't a very unique shade. You can definitely find a dupe for this somewhere, and it's this color right here, and it's just a beautiful blue-based red. It's a cream finish, and I just think that it's very classic and looks great for the fall and the winter. The next one that I'm going to share with you is the Sephora by O.P.I polish in Screen Test, and it's this one right here. And obviously I got this at Sephora, and this is a little bit more of a magenta nail polish, but I really love it because I think it's a little bit more bright and fun than a lot of other fall nail polishes, which tend to be a little more on the somber side. And this is absolutely stunning because it also has a little bit of shimmer in it, so it's just beautiful. The next nail polish that I'm going to show you is Essie Wicked, and this is one of my favorites of all time. And it's the one on my middle finger, but I'm not going to flip you off, but it's this shade right here. And this is a deep, deep red. It's kind of a plum red. It's in certain lights it looks almost brown. It's so dark, but I love this color, and it's a cream finish. Next, I have Essie Angora Cardi, which I listed in my October favorites video, and it's this polish right here. This is a cream finish, and it's kind of a winey berry, but it actually, it actually looks a little bit darker on the nail than it does in the bottle, so be forewarned about that. This does apply a little darker. And then the last pinky color that I love is this Sephora by O.P.I, and Then He Said. And this is a little baby-sized bottle, and it's this color right here. This one I found to have a bit of a watery consistency. It was very thin, and this one took a few coats to apply. But it's a really it's a really pretty dusty pink, and it's a cream finish as well. Now onto my right hand, where I have some grays and some purples and taupes. And first I'm going to start with my pinky, and this is O.P.I You Don't Know Jacques. And it's a really dark taupe, like a taupey mushroom color, and it's a cream finish. And this had been a limited edition, but people loved it so much that they, I believe, made it permanent, because I still see it all the time. And this is a great color. I love this one, and like I said, it's a cream finish. Next on this finger is Chanel Particuliere, and it's also a cream finish, and this is slightly lighter than the O.P.I You Don't Know Jacques, and it's a cream finish, and I love this one. It goes on beautifully, and it was pretty much opaque in one coat. I put on a second coat just because, but it's stunning. I love this one. And this on my middle finger right here is Sephora by O.P.I Metro Chic, and this is another shade that I really love. It's kind of a gray purple. It's a really interesting color. In certain lights it looks a little more purple, and in others it looks a little more gray. And this though is I think this is 3 coats. It applies very thinly, very watery, so I had to put on a couple of coats of this Metro Chic, and it's a cream finish also. Next on my pointer finger is one of my favorites, and this is Chanel Paradoxal. And it's a very interesting shade. First, it has a shimmery finish, but I don't know if you can see that in the bottle. It is pretty multi-dimensional. It has, in some lights it looks more purple, in others it looks more gray, and then it has this beautiful shimmer that just explodes when it's out in the sunlight. And it's a really great color and has a lot of depth to it. And I wanted to mention that Metro Chic, this color in the middle, looks kind of like Particuliere and Paradoxal had a baby. And then on my thumb is Essie Chinchilli, and this is a slightly green tinged gray, I guess maybe more like a dove gray, and it's really pretty, but this has a watery consistency also, so I had to apply 3 coats in order to get it to this opacity, and it is a cream finish also. So now I'm going to take off this nail polish and show you the few others, and then I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm back and I have 4 more shades to show you. The first is the Sephora by O.P.I polish in Call Your Mother, and it's a gorgeous lavender putty. It's this shade right here, and it's a cream finish, and in some lights it looks a little bit more purple, and in others it looks a little bit more rosy. But I really like this shade. The only complaint I have though is that sometimes it emphasizes the pink tones in my skin, so my skin looks a little bit more ruddy sometimes when I wear this, but I love it anyway. The next polish is the Chanel Vendetta, and it is a gorgeous, deep purple. And it's this shade right here, and it's so dark it almost looks black, but I always forget how gorgeous this shade is, and it's not something I usually gravitate towards, but now that I have it on my finger, I'm just wowed by it. It looks like a cream finish when you're in indoor lighting, but as soon as you step outside, you realize that it has a beautiful micro shimmer to it, and it just adds a nice bit of depth to it. And yeah, that's a shade that I always forget about, and now that I see it, I just really want to, I think I might do my next manicure in that color actually. Next is the O.P.I nail polish in Russian Navy, which I'm sure many of you know about. And it's this shade right here on my middle finger, and this is one of my favorites. It's a beautiful shimmery dark blue, and I love this. The last shade I have to show you is Sally Hansen Gunmetal, and it's a pretty aptly named product. It's definitely a gunmetal gray, but it does have a slight green cast to it in some lights. It's very metallic, it's got a little bit of shimmer in it, but I really like this. I think it's kind of different, and it's not something that I usually gravitate towards, but it is pretty cool. Alright, so now I've whittled it down to my absolute favorite nail polishes that I wear time and time again in the fall. First is Essie Wicked, then Essie Angora Cardi, Sephora by O.P.I Call Your Mother, Chanel Paradoxal, Chanel Particuliere, Sephora by O.P.I Metro Chic. Even though I don't love the formula, I adore the color. And last but not least is the O.P.I Russian Navy. So now we're finished, and those are my nice to have and absolute must have nail polishes for the fall. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you soon. Bye!